Ooh. Oh, have you even noticed the cube is smaller? I think it's hilarious, but it is. It's smaller.
Hmm.
I'm guessing we got sound?
Yes, yes,
Do, 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 do. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and we're getting near the end of making this bag. Here, let me just kind of slide it down. So, a lot of what you can't see is actually up and above this whole thing in order so that you can actually see what it is that I'm working on. So, there you go. Before we get too involved in anything, I do. Whoa, why did that not go to the picture? That's really weird. Hang on. Yeah, it was supposed to go to there. Wow. Okay, secret word game is on. My keyboard seems to be acting weird, so I'm gonna have to do this manually. So kind of bear with me a minute here. Because I have to figure out where the next one is. There it is. Okay, so secret word game's going. All I gotta do is chat to win. Say the right word, you win both of these bracelets. And I am joined by my lovely wife, Mandy. Hey. And hello, Rara, you made it. And look, you're pink. Is that not amazing? Oh, that's cool. Sort of. I mean, not that I'm really into the ads or anything, but I told Google to go ahead and, you know, do it, but like, don't do it a lot. So I had no idea how it works or like if it interrupts the stream or I don't know how any of this works yet. This is all the early days of things, so that's why we still have the thing right here, down here, the little party thing, because it still feels like woohoo's. Yes, 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 yes. What Mandy just said. Please, I'm seriously curious. I have no idea how it works. I don't know if it interrupts, if it starts you back where you left, if you just miss out on good stuff. Like it could be a good humorous moment. I could have Mandy's eyes rolling so hard and you could miss it, and that would really be a bummer. Yeah. I don't know if it was being an admin would do it or not.
I've not seen any ads.
Okay, so last time I think I thought I turned it on, but maybe I didn't. This time there was a thing like right before I got it all set up or whatever, and it was like basically told me like, you should let Google have control of this instead of trying to do it manually. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that seems to make sense to me a lot. So,
Yeah, I didn't get an ad before the stream. I don't get ads when I go to any of your videos.
it's because you're special. Google knows you're special. It's like, oh man, she's got Kevin. She's got everything she could possibly need.
Are you just trying to like invoke eye rolls?
I'm I'm not opposed to them. So the plan is that I get 2 rows around this tonight. And if I'm able to do that, all I need is to get one more row next week, and then we can start knotting it all together. And when I say we start knotting it all together, we mean Mandy knotting it up, sealing it up together. So yeah, that will be a thing. Something to look forward to next week. Yes, Mandy is very special. We are very lucky to have her with us. We're also very lucky that the Australian Open starts tomorrow. There we go. That's what we bought the Mandy cams for. Oh man, we had a person come in, check it out for a little bit, and decide, yeah, maybe not. They hang out a couple minutes, so I guess I don't know. Hey, there's the rainbows. Um, you missed the fact that apparently ads can now happen with the live stream, and we're trying to figure out what's up with that. And we're hoping that everybody will report if they get an ad and like if it's skippable or not, that kind of stuff. And we're kind of curious, does it bring you back to the moment where you left off, or do you just miss the Mandy eye rolls? And since then, we have like tried to make Mandy roll her eyes on several occasions, and some were successful. Well, some more than others. Nothing truly powerful. So yeah. And then I was mentioning the fact that my plan is to try to get 2 rows in tonight, which is a little bit more than we accomplished last week. But last week there was a lot of looking around for other things and web pages and pictures and kind of stuffs. Yeah, there's no telling what's going on, how the ad things work. So yeah, we are so close to getting this absolutely done that I've started becoming concerned over having the strings and stuff ready for the next one. So over in Mandy's office, we have a bunch of cut string ready to start combing up the loops that will be for the next bag. And that's kind of exciting. That all happened today, actually. It's easy to not think about the ads, just kind of glaze over them. So yeah, that's cool. So, anyways, next bag, in case anybody is wondering. Wait, let's see if I got this keyboard thing working yet. Hey, it works. So the next one is this. It's the ethnic pattern bag number 1, and it was taken from this, and this is what we came up with. So this is the actual pattern that is going to be the next bag, which honestly, at first I thought this is going to be so complicated, I'm going to really be like bothered by it. But then kind of closer inspection realized that there's a lot of boxes in that, like bigger sized boxes that I can use to try to make it kind of um, segment knotted in big chunks. So that's kind of the plan. I think it should go really good. Huh. Yeah, again, I put on the ads to be like low or moderate or something. Like I didn't like there's an aggressive one that's, whatever, but I figure like you're not going to get people to subscribe if every time they open a video they're hit with a dozen ads or something. So yeah, it should be pretty mellow. Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't have to do that. It was just nice to finally get to where we finally have the thing, but we're actually the channel is actually slowly growing all on its own. I don't know what is driving that. If Google like makes accounts that are monetized more, whatever, so that way they get seen more or something. I don't know, but it is growing. The number of subscribers is up, so that's pretty cool. Did you guys see the video about me on the phone call with the somebody receiving floss? I have had a short video here just a couple days ago. Personally, I thought I was hilarious. Eh. Well, I don't know how frequently the ads run, but I do know that on the daily live streams and stuff, I have seen a thing down at the bottom saying, that hey, we're inserting one now. I don't know what that's supposed to mean for me. I don't know if that means I'm supposed to like patiently wait a little bit or I have no idea. I don't know. But it gives me a little thing down at the bottom of the screen. So I have that screen open now so I can kind of watch for it. Yeah, this is getting so much closer to done. I'm really excited. Oh no. Somehow calling it the Uber flu slightly makes it hilarious because I'm picturing like the cars, you know, you order the cars to come pick you up, little Uber cars like running through the system, you know, like in the respiratory or in the bloodstream or something. Kind of like when you, during the holidays, when you're ordering cars, you see them all like looking like little Christmas trees or whatever. Yeah, that's kind of not the way to start the new year, but maybe it's a way of like, you know, getting out of like some of those New Year's resolutions. Like, oh, yeah, I was totally going to work out, but look at me over here. You know, hopefully you feel better. So is that one of those ones of if I have to have it, everybody else is going down with me? Wait, Rainbow's back to stitching? I thought you were out of commission from injuries and stuff. So, yeah, that's I'm having a hard time picturing crushing your finger enough to get a blood blister with a rolling pin seems like a skill that takes more than I've got. I oh, that's good. I was just picturing if she had, she might be a little bitchy. I'm not really swearing, Google. It's not my fault. It's the other kind. It's dog related. It's a joke. Don't be mean. So we started out with the red one that gave us a single little square, and then the light purple now has given us two more squares. So we're three in so far. Isn't there like tools for doing this kind of thing instead of like baggies and mallets and things?
Yeah, I have one.
We have a couple. I mean, you don't have to go all in on a pestle mortar thing, but one of the things I love about this channel is the fact that we may be string related and, potentially answer people's questions on this stuff, but there's a lot of other information getting shared here. I think that's kind of awesome. We had another person join us and disappear. Darn it. I didn't even know I didn't, wasn't paying attention. Oh, an ad's coming. Wait. Ad is inserted. Anybody seeing an ad?
Oh, I see that.
Hey, cool. Oh, I should have kept talking. Darn it. So we could have seen whether you missed any part of the.
No, it stops it. It delays it.
Oh, so then you can do the speed up to do it? Oh, that's really cool. But it's just going to make people off when it comes to the conversation for the text part.
Yeah. It's
Ooh.
even further behind now, right?
Yeah. Because I don't think I got slowed down. Did I get slowed down? Would I know I got slowed down? So it's definitely not because you're a member or because, you're an admin or whatever, because you're both of those things and you got the ad. So it's completely weirdly. Oh, Rainbow was late to the game, so her ads probably held up. Oh, and she just refreshed, so now it's going to make it so that way it's like going to still wait, like whatever. Hey, wait, how long are we into the stream? Like 30 minutes or something? So now Rainbow has to wait in a whole nother 30 minutes before her ad will run. Plus, you just made it so that way when you refreshed, you made it so that way it says that there's more views, but the watch hours will be lower. Like the average length of duration of watch time goes lower. I don't know what I chose for my music here tonight. It was a year in the 70s, and man, there's some real bangers in it though. Like right now, it's playing AC/DC. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Playing in a band, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. I was a young man when this came out. Yeah, no, it's no big deal. It doesn't. It just changes the stats things. It's it really doesn't do anything. It doesn't. It doesn't make anything for the monies or the. Well, it's I don't know. It just changes the statistics a bit. Yeah, I see your. It's a little blood blister. If you don't pop that and you wait a few days, when that thing finally comes off, it's going to have like a little flat disc that'll come out, which is like the stuff that dried up inside. I've had a few of those over the years. Pinched finger in a car door kind of stuff. Yeah, I imagine there was a bit of language not suitable for live streams after smashing the finger. That's what we're calling it now, by the way. It's not swearing. It's just language not suitable for live streams. I now have to actually, when I upload videos, I now actually have to put in that I certify that I'm not doing controversial things, that I'm not swearing. Um, like, there's a bunch of stuff like you know, they want to make sure that it's all nice and advertiser friendly, which is kind of, I can relate. I understand. I've seen what happened on other platforms where they didn't quite follow that sort of guideline. I need to find out what year this is because it's another great one. This is Bob Seger. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he kind of lived in areas near where I grew up. Everybody talks about the time when Bob Seger had a house near them. So he's owned a bunch of houses. I don't know why. If it was just a case of people want to buy a Bob Seger house, so he just lives there for a couple of years and then makes a boatload of money. Kind of might be a thing. But yeah. Weekends are for fun stuff like us. I'm fun stuff. Yeah, the colors to the next bag that we're working on turns out they're not quite anything like what the pattern looks like. They're all sort of reds and pinks and stuff. It's really nice. You mean not the Kevi? I mean the Kelpie? It's easy to get confused together. I understand. That's both horses. Hey, somebody else joined us. Hello and welcome. This is So this is the last of this one. So what, so we're up to like 5 boxes done tonight? After we get this other black row done? That's not bad. Wait, so 5 boxes in 30 minutes. Well, a little bit more than 30 minutes. Is that good? How many boxes do we are we trying to get done? 24?
I think so.
I kind of, right? It's got to be, right? Come on, you're the smart one. If I can't count on you, I don't know what I'm gonna do. uh, so yeah, earlier today, while cutting string for the next project to make sure that we have the loops and everything prepared in time, um, I started getting into the bag of the string, like, 'cause it's all been sorted and it's got the little label at the top to tell me that's the one and everything. And I start to pull out the string and I'm looking at it and I'm like, wait, the number of the darkest color I need is going to be 4 skeins. And there's going to be 4 loops. So wait, why is there so much string in this bag? And for the life of me, I can't figure it out. So I go to my wife, honey, what's going on? Am I not understanding something here? This isn't making any sense. So get her to start playing detective. And she goes back, she goes, hey, we took detailed notes. It'll tell us just what we need to know. She goes in and starts looking at the notes. The notes are detailed in telling us exactly how many strands and how many skeins you need to have that many strands. But somehow we neglected to actually make anything that would make sense for us to understand, like how many loops were intended to be or how long it was supposed to be or anything. All the rest of those details were completely left out of the detailed notes. So basically, all the useful things not there. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of string left of those colors. Oopsie doodles. That's okay. The really nice colors that I'm sure they'll turn into beautiful bracelets that we can love and cherish. But it's just funny to me how basically this whole operation has been, we'll try this and we'll try that and we'll do this and whatever. And it's slowly kind of coming around to this notion of needs better notes, a little more organization here and there. It's getting there. I mean, our notes were more than before. Um, we still just haven't figured out how to write them in a way that we'll actually understand what it is months and months later. Because it all made sense at the moment. I know, I remember. Like, yes, I get it. Yes, we're on it. Yeah. Months later, I have no clue. None. And wait, how long ago does it say when this post was from? 9 of 2003. The ninth month. Doesn't give me the exact date or whatever. You think I can't confuse myself with voice notes? I can literally start off saying that, okay, so I need 4 skeins per loop, 4 loops. That would be 12 skeins. And moments later, Mandy can start asking me random things. And before I know it, I need 24. I don't know how it happens. She just turns the question in a different kind of way. And suddenly I have nope, it can't be this way. It's got to be the other because obviously I can't count. I don't know. Yeah, I can tie nice knots. I can make pretty patterns. I can't count. I can't do the maths. The fact that I can actually like approach the same thing from 2 different directions and come up with 2 different sets of numbers is kind of a problem. Although I have been sort of like figuring out smarter ways of doing it. Um, so I'm having a little bit less of that happening. Mind you, I'm making like, you know, 5 bracelets every 2 weeks. So feels to me like I'm almost constantly pulling string of one kind or another. That's why I don't know if you can see it. No. See those little boxes with post-it notes on it? These things? Those are ornaments. We are we kind of came to the conclusion that because I'm constantly pulling string, if I pulled string from like a grouping where I needed to have a larger grouping for the ornaments, that could be a bad thing. So we pulled all the string for the rest of the ornaments that I plan on making this year. So we've got 3 so far, and they're all up. The videos and everything are all up and available for your viewing pleasure if you're a member. There's more coming. I can't wait to get on to some of these next ones because I think they're just getting easier and easier. Not easier because I've done it, so now it's easier for me. It's the I made it and I didn't like how difficult that was. And so now I want to find ways to do it to where the things that I didn't like are out of the way. And so each one seems to be me trying to come up with methods that just make it all, you know, less of a headache. So yeah, that's the thing. I still need to know what year this was from. This is another great song. The Steve Miller Band. So from 76. So yeah, it's the best of rock from 76. And right now it's Rockin' Me by Steve Miller. Great song, man. So this is Mandy's year. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. So everybody's gotten kind of quiet around here. Maybe so we should ask the bot what's going on. Ask the bot where has Phil been? Kind of feel like that bot was helping to plot evil things with him. Wow, he's the 8 ball seems to be in the know.
Very cryptic.
Yeah. I sent him a message in the Discord a little while back to let him know that a New Year's resolution does not have to be for good. You could make evil New Year's resolutions, in case you guys didn't know. So I really hope that when it comes to this bag, that the length is right, because if it's too short, then the phone sticks out. That sucks. If it's too long, you have to try to reach down in there to get your phone out, and that's gonna really suck. You know, like there's like a sweet spot of like just the right size, and since I don't know what size phone's going in it, I'm having to kind of guess and hope. Right, there you go. Sure. It's kind of like up there with stopping to smell the roses, right? Except for roses don't have all the calories, but I mean, it's still, hey, we got somebody else joining us. Hello. Oh, and there's an ad coming up. Wait. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do I see anything happening? It says ad started. So, to the new people that are joining us, the only reason this is even exciting about the ads is this is new. I have just only recently became monetized. I have no idea how any of this works. And yeah. Hi, Bella. All right. So another couple boxes done. So it's what, 2, 4, 6, 7 so far. And I'm can I say Bella? Hi. I say yes. Uh, I think I missed some stuff there. Yeah. No, I totally have problems with a lot of names, but Bella's easy. I get that one. So Mandy's my wife. She's the one in the other box below me. And Rainbow is a friend of ours that's over there in the UK. And then we also have Rara with us, Also in the UK. We got some other people joined us, but I don't know where they're from because they're quiet and they're not saying anything. So the song playing now in my head is the Edmonds Fitzgerald one. I remember this was a huge song. Everybody lost their mind, and it's so depressing. And it's actually from the state of Michigan, where I'm originally from. So that's, you know, the USA. Okay. I was originally from the USA. I'm now halfway around the world from there, but well, that's nice. Oh, well, hopefully maybe some of my videos will inspire you to take up the craft. It's obviously it's not very hard. It's just a series of knots. In this case here, I'm going to make a knot that's going over to the left-hand side. So I basically kind of make a backwards 4 and I pull it up through the loop and I just do repeat that. And then I go to the next string. It's really just that easy. After a while, your fingers will start to develop a natural way of doing it. If you're doing it wrong, it'll start to feel painful and you'll want to take a break after just 10 minutes. If you're doing it right, you can do it for hours and you'll suddenly realize, wow, it's been hours and look how much I made. And so, yeah, I've been doing it for a really long time. I don't want to do the math. Um, but we all start somewhere. And this here is a pattern that is very, very simple, although it may look a little bit complex. It's just about choosing which times they go over. So now that we're going to go to the right, as this string goes, it will look like a figure 4. It's a little hard to see with this black string, but it looks like a figure 4 where the black comes over top of the purple. So to do that, I basically bring it around my finger and then bring it over this way. And I just do that twice. And I go to the next string and just keep doing it twice. Essentially, it's a half hitch or variations of a half hitch. Um, like I said, it's one of those things where you kind of build up a sort of a reflex for it. Now, me, I like to double up my strings. Other people don't. They find it more difficult when they're trying to line up which one's next. For me, I've done it for so long, that too is a reflex. And yeah, I like the strings being thicker like this. It makes the actual product thicker. Kind of gives it a very distinct sort of look. And for a bag, it basically makes it a lot more durable. Because if you do it single stranded, it's very, very thin. Now, when I first started, all I could do was this straight row coming down this way. And they call it a candy stripe. And that was all I was able to do. And because that was all I was doing, I practiced it a lot. And I learned a lot about tension. If you make the tension really tight, it will kind of spiral very tightly. If you do the tension loose, it'll spiral loosely. And so it basically taught me to kind of control and try to keep those consistent, which is a great start. Being able to do your knots consistent will make all the difference in the world. Like that's really the heart of learning it. A lot of people don't want to just start and do the simple patterns of just doing a simple chevron, which is just coming down in a V shape, or, you know, whatever. They want to get right head in to the most complex patterns possible. And when they do that, it it makes it's discouraging when nothing you're trying to make comes out looking like the photos. And yeah, if they had started with the easy things and kind of mastered it before going on to the harder ones, you would find it a whole lot easier to do that progression. So if you look at my videos, well, if you look at my website, akaawol.com, there is some stuff about beginning and getting the clipboards and some basic clips to hold, or like this kind are really nice. The clips to hold your work in place. Just for starters, that's a great way to start. And then learn the basic, get the knots kind of going, and then go to my videos where it's all about the easy ones first. Once you master those, then you go on up to the intermediate. And then once those become like pretty easy and you think you're a pro and you want to go for heads into the crazy stuff, then you go to the advanced ones. And yeah, from there, it's a surefire way that you could get into the art and the craft and make some really cool stuff. And they make great gifts, you know. When I first started, a lot of my bracelets were just gifts to friends, or, you know, sometimes selling to friends. That way I could buy more floss. Like, come on, you got to buy this, man. I need more string. kind of jonesing for it. Oh man, I need the string, man. But yeah. One of the slightly disparaging things is the fact that embroidery floss can be kind of expensive. In fact, here in Singapore, embroidery floss can easily be $1 or more per skein. A skein is the little bundle that the string comes in. However, if you check online through like AliExpress, you can get strings for much, much cheaper. Much, 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 much cheaper. So yeah. And there's so many colors and there's so many different patterns and designs and things to play with. It's one of those kind of hobbies that can last for many, many years. because I've progressed from just doing the bracelets to now, obviously, we're working on this. This is a bag that will hold a phone in it. But I've made canisters to hold pens and stuff in. I've got a thing for my business cards to rest on. Oh, I have this thing, which is supposed to be hanging up. Oh, that's too high. Hang on. I have a new clamp that I can use. So this is something I made. This is supposed to look like a Chinese lantern because the Chinese New Year's is coming. And over here, that's something that's really sort of big. And yeah, I forgot that I was supposed to move that. But yeah, if you run into questions, problems, whatever, you can get a hold of me. I By helping people, I realize things that I can add to videos and tutorials and try to make it, better content for the beginners and stuff. So yeah, helping you will actually help me to get better videos out. So because going to the right like this, these are my first knots, it does feel a bit like they are the ones that are a little bit easier for me, but they're also sort of, I think, inherently easier. Just if you're right-handed, the position for holding your hand, the way you can hold all the strings that are to be next and stuff. Kind of hard to say, but and so that's two more squares down. And like I said, because I rotated the other ones and I can't count them anymore, I've already lost track. I want to say that's maybe nine. I have no idea. Well, let's see. It was red for one. So 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it was nine. I figured out a way to count it. So we did 9 in an hour. Is that good? Are we going to get all the way around? That should be good, right? Do, 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 do. Another great song, man. I'm seriously, this era was like good for music. Do, 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 do. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Yeah, it's too bad I can't play the music for you guys because, man. Is this Steve Miller? The spirit carrying me on. It is Steve Miller. I've seen him in concert at Pine Knob. Well, I don't think they call it Pine Knob anymore. I don't know what it's called, but for me, it'll always be Pine Knob. My father helped build Pine Knob. He was with the bulldozers and the earth movers and stuff. I went there as a child and collected golf balls because it used to be a golf course before they turned it into a ski place and an amphitheater thing, it's like an outdoor amphitheater. Well, part of it's outdoor. There's part that's covered with a roof. Hang on, honey, is on your computer. We were checking before if there was a microphone jack. Is there also a headphone jack? Could we have had the
Hmm.
could we have had the microphone plugged into the headphone jack as opposed to we tried to get Mandy a microphone. It didn't work. I'm starting to think what could be the possible reasons and what could I do on my day off? Could I find a better mic that actually does work? And then I just realized, like, hang on, I'm not the smartest guy. I could have plugged it into the wrong place and maybe not even noticed.
I don't know because when I connect headphones, it's usually Bluetooth.
Right. I don't know either. It's just that your microphone is like really close to your keyboard, so we can hear you type really, really well. And the object, my thought was, if we got a microphone that can point more towards you and less towards the keyboard, it would be a kind of a cool thing.
Mm,
When you have the headphone set on, does it use the microphone on your headset to talk? And
I
if,
have no idea. I don't usually talk to Netflix,
okay, I would be really concerned if you did.
but that's usually why I put sets on to watch stuff or might be tennis or something, but I'm not talking to them either. Although
No.
I would like to.
You mean you would love to?
Let's try.
So now, yeah, go to your Discord and see if you can change which is the microphone. Oi, oi. Right out in the sunset. Uh, the headphones that Mandy and I are wearing have microphones on it. Like when I'm off on my days off and stuff, and I'm wandering around, I talk to Mandy like endlessly via these things. It's
Hello?
yep, can hear you.
Does it sound any different?
I don't know. I think you'd have to talk a little bit more for me to be able to make that call. Possibly a little bit.
You could be typing.
I mean, I can hear you, and you seem to be coming in clear.
Typing.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I can't hear you type.
Oh, so it wasn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I just use my headset.
There you go. I'm now trying to imagine Rainbow shouting at Netflix. Well, you make noises when it comes to all the Gnip sports. So
Hey, I'm watching an ad.
you're watching what live?
An ad.
Oh, I didn't see a thing pop up to say ads were coming.
And I've just skipped it.
You know, I still earn even though you're skipping the ads.
Okay.
I don't.
You earn more if I click on the ad.
Yeah, I don't think you're. Well, I don't know, but the clicking to skip it is still a thing. Like I saw it in the whatever analytics. I mean, I don't know how any of it works. It does not make any sense to me whatsoever. I
So
just
skip and watched ads. Need to see?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't. I just got done saying I have no idea how any of it works. There's probably differences. I don't know. It's all very new to me. It hasn't even been a month yet. I can't even tell you what my earnings for 1 month are because we haven't had 30 days of earnings. So
Oh, it was exactly New Year's Eve.
the 30th.
The 30th?
Yeah,
I thought it was New Year's Eve.
30th. It got like a deuce, another rumor in the night. Find it by the light. It got like a deuce, another rumor in the night. Find it by the light. Like a deuce. Around the shoulder, feeling kind of older. I trip the merry-go-round. There's these and these and weeds and lie a big clap to the ground. Doodle-diddle-diddle-diddle. The calliope crept to the ground. I've heard about people like you, Rainbow, yelling at the horror movies. Don't go in the basement. He's right behind you. I, I just pictured Rainbow. No, don't go in the basement. What is that? Oh, she's watching Home Alone. I used to really like good scary movies and stuff when I was young. I don't find them as fun anymore. I don't now if it's, a little bit too gory, I'm like, ugh. It's possibly because like they've gotten better at making it way more realistic and like yeah, that part might cuz like I grew up on scary things. Well, what we thought was scary back then was like what? Um what was the guy with the knives? Why can't I think of his name? Freddy Krueger. Nightmare on Elm Street. That was
Harry?
that was scary. Yeah.
What's the matter, Tommy? Feeling tongue-tied?
You did the worst.
We get called a wuss. So that's 11 squares. Sweet. So basically what I'm trying to do now is I am taking all the strings that I won't be playing with in the very near future and just getting them out of the way. Kind of helps to make it a little bit easier. Am I starting not to look into the eyes of the sun? Trying to think of the ones that like I think the stuff that kind of gets me the most, like gets under my skin and like stays with me, is like the Black Mirror ones, where there's a whole bunch of elements of like, yep, that could happen, and that would suck, and um, yeah, like what could we possibly do against that, or futures where things could get really weird. Yeah, that's about it. The most
Yeah, the scariest ones are probably the ones that could happen.
right.
Like, like the other kinds of horrors are like, okay, that's so far fetched that it could never happen. It's
Like the
obviously
the clown
fiction.
thing with what was it called? It?
Mhm.
Yeah, like that's scary, but whatever, weird. Or the what was the there was another one with the clowns. That was I've only seen some of it, but that was pretty interesting and weird. Like really like clowns from space or clowns from have you ever seen it? Like totally like the creepiest kind of clowns possible, murdering and yeah, crazy stuff. Or that leprechaun one. You ever see the leprechaun where the leprechaun just is all murdery and
Chucky or any of those.
right. But like Black Mirror. So like the first okay, if you're gonna go looking for Black Mirror on Netflix, warning. The first one is pretty messed up. Um I don't want to give away spoilers or whatever, but don't judge the whole series based on episode one. It it is pretty messed up, but that's not typically how they go. Um Yeah. Although, if you're in UK, you might find it a little bit more amusing than anybody else because it was about humiliating a prime minister. And yeah, wow, that was insane. But after that, they started just going weirder and weirder. And then there's all kinds of like Easter eggs throughout the whole series. Like after the first one where the prime minister is absolutely humiliated, you'll see like little ticker tapes going on other people's TV screens talking about him or other stuff like what about those the heck were they called where like you missed death missed you but death is not one to let that happen. So Final Destiny, I think is what the series was called. You ever seen that?
Which
And
one?
we lost a little bit of Mandy audio there. Yeah, yeah. Oh, completely lost Mandy for a moment.
Hello.
There you are. Hello.
Final Destination.
Final Destination. Yeah. Like those ones had enough impact. Like people won't like drive near logging trucks because that's just nope. Oh, Rainbow, I don't think you were here the one time. Um, so a little while back, I took off a Monday so that way I could like clean out the fish tank and stuff. And because I found there was an Armano shrimp down there, and I didn't know if that was the same one that we had discovered after the angelfish were gone. So I went to all this work, rescue the thing, put them up in the fish tank, and days have passed, and we I don't know, a week or so ago discovered there are two of them. Two of them have survived all this time. They've got to be 4 or 5 years old now. Still running around in the tank doing their little shrimpy things. It is like to me, this is like one of the coolest things ever. I can't believe like how hardy these little guys are. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Oh, so this bag. One of the things that I have to do as an executive decision is decide how it finishes. And I think what I've come up with is I'm going to go with the tassel method, which means that rather than actually tying the knots and hiding it all up onto the inside, it's going to get knotted and closed one side to the other. And then each of these points is going to come down half of them and turn into tassels. So, yeah, that's the plan. Oh, so those ones make babies in brackish water. and that means to have some salt in it. And I don't mine is all freshwater. So the little red shrimp making babies and propagating, and that's how they're still around after all this time is because they keep making babies. But the Armano shrimp, they they're harder. They have to have like very special conditions before they're in the mood. So yeah, that's a weird thing about having fish tanks. Um, Basically, the temperature range that you're putting your fish in is the ideal for your fish, right? You have heaters and whatever. If you're in a colder place here, we don't need that. But you have this ideal condition for your fish, and that ideal condition is typically the season where everybody gets all, the males get more puffed up and whatever, and yeah, and make the babies. So, yeah, that's why like cichlids and all those kind of fish, like they're always seem like so aggressive. It's because they're in a constant state of it's time to go do the thing. Um, but other fish like the Armanos, something about like tides or being in rivers where the salt comes into it, that's how they know it's time. And yeah, I'm not simulating any of that. I don't i don't know how the other fish would handle that. I mean, you can add a little bit, but yeah, light some candles, put on some smooth jazz. The one thing I've told Mandy that I've always wanted to kind of do is to get that stuff that you put on the windows that makes it so that way people can't see in. I want to put that on a fish tank because the fish can see us. They can see us like walking into the room and then they get all excited and like, you know, they want me to come and feed them or whatever. I always kind of wanted to make it where they couldn't tell that we were watching, to see whether or not like how different the whole thing is because they totally respond. If there's people nearby, they start begging like worse than a dog begs. I mean, they just lose their friggin' mind. So yeah. Why do I immediately picture them with saxophones? What? Put a little bit of that motion in the ocean? I really like how this is coming out. Oh, so I've mentioned a bunch of the things about like what we're doing and like how we're getting along. What I didn't mention is this is a small cutting board that came from a store here in Singapore for like $2. that is put in the middle, despite the fact it didn't have to be so fancy. Could have been a bit of cardboard from a cereal box. But yeah, that's what's in between here. And that's just so that way the strings I'm working with are up here in the front, and the strings I'm not working with are separated well away from me. So, in case you're kind of wondering what that's all about, it's being held by a clip just like this up at the top. Yeah, when we first got the Armanos, I think we got 4 of them. And I think we were kind of hoping maybe that they would make the babies like the little red shrimp we're doing, the cherry shrimp. But yeah, they never did. So then we kind of looked it up, and that's how we learned about the whole brackish water thing. And I don't know like, how much salt they need for that. Like, if it was just a couple tablespoons or whatever, I know that the rest of the fish would be fine. But I'm picturing like then you have to have like little decoration of a little hotel, in the tank, and kind of like the what was that movie? They're gonna make a part 2 of it. What was the movie where they had the little miniature town? Um, Beetlejuice.
Mm.
Remember you had there was like a little
Mhm.
thing, and so apparently part 2 includes some of the original cast. I don't. I saw like a news thing that apparently there's been hints to what's going to be going on with the second part 2 of it. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen photos of other people doing this bag, considering like out of the various things, projects and stuff, like this is really got to be one of the easiest. I'm really kind of surprised that this hasn't turned up on social medias as a, hey, look what I'm doing. Yeah, I have to admit, there is a bit of a temptation to actually work on this during the week and to have helped it along and kind of get this further. But I've been really good. This has strictly been made on the live streams. This is when by the time we finish tonight, 4 to 5 to 6, be 27 hours. Is that right? Seems like it. Are we at 24 or 27?
Mhm.
But we're definitely getting near the end. And I am going to be a little bit sad to see a pattern that was just so easy that it didn't take a whole lot of thinking to get these little squares done. And then we go off to more difficult stuff. And despite the next one not being terribly difficult, it's harder. It is harder. And then after that, harder still, I think.
Mm.
Oh, rock and roll. Rock and roll. Okay, I don't know this song, but this has got to be British. Something about beating a brat with a baseball bat. Yeah, it's the Ramones. The Ramones is British, right?
No,
No?
American.
Really?
Hmm? Queens.
They're definitely mocking a British accent. Yeah, but I mean, it's beat on the bat with a baseball bat. It just kind of feels very Doc Martens and
Might have been a cricket bat.
tomorrow is Sunday. Yeah, so we have live streams tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, and then the rest of the week I am off. Wait, I have a button for that. Wait, but the button's not working. Why is the button not working?
Well, yeah, until Saturday, right?
Yes, and then we're back on Saturday for a day, and then I'm off the week after that. So this is our upcoming schedule. And that's also available over on the community tab of the YouTube thing. I posted it over there. I need to put it over on Instagram. I keep forgetting to do that. It's a big pain to try to put it through the phone and whatever. But yeah, we'll be back next Saturday, finishing this up, and then be gone for a while. To be honest, I'm not even sure when I come back. I try not to think about it. I just get myself all excited and then start worrying about like having clothes pulled, and I'm ready to start like packing already. That's why we have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. That way I can have like time to not have a meltdown. It is a quiet night here, guys. Actually, I think we're making fairly a good time. I'm having a hard time judging this. I have no idea. Nice. Yeah, I've had to cut back on my coffee. I get the whole heart thing has had me kind of worried, so I'm down to like 2 cups of coffee per day, which kind of is a little bit sad. 2 cups of coffee and 1 soda. It's too bad that there's not bands like Boston or um what was the one from England that used to do the big ballads like that? Um who did Mr. Blue Sky?
I should know that. Oh,
Yellow, yeah. It's too bad there's not bands that just do these great big over the top numbers. Like right now, in my thing is called Foreplay and Long Time by Boston. It's like 2 songs that just sort of mesh in together to make this 7 minutes long, just wow, crazy space effects and just wow. They didn't get much. Well, they got on the radio, but like most of the radio was playing 3 4 minute songs, and like every once in a while they would slip in these 7 minute ones that just make you go, holy cow, where did that go? think I should go. Just wait. I'm taking my time. You'll forget about me after I've been gone. Will I take what I find? So do you from Yeah, I probably can't play music like this on my days off. Just get a little too beboppy down the through the malls and things. Or start playing air guitar for no apparent reason. Like, if you're going to do that, you have to have the big headphones on so everybody knows that you're listening to music. Yep. It's like you know us. If you share the photo over here, I can bring it up.
Photo off.
What you're getting.
Oh.
Ooh. No, we can share. You guys are like family. Of course we can share.
Time to find it. I really should save it.
Yeah, you really should put that somewhere where you can get to it easy because you're going to need it soon.
Yes.
Oh, wait. I also have a thing. Wait, where is... Almost forgot. Check that out, guys. I wasn't allowed to wear my sneakers in the house. I would have had some gray elf-like boots. Well, not they kind of like they folded down the sides and stuff. They were hot. They were awesome. Notice the studded belt, the bandana around the knee, the thin leather tie, the glasses, and the killer hat. And there's my hair's all curly. It was in a perm. So yeah. Save as. Yep. I had to try to.
Another ad.
And this is what Mandy is getting a tattoo of. That's Trix. He was a good boy.
This boy.
Better than me?
Yes.
Hey. And then mine has been next to me for a while now. That's mine. Wait, I think Rainbow's like way behind. Yes, there was a bandana. So anyway, that's my tattoo. I just want a little one. It's like going to be over here.
Are you going to bring that, or do I need to scan that?
AWOL is fashion. I was so full of myself in those years, man. Holy smokes. Yeah, you could scan it, I suppose. I mean, I was going to kind of bring it along, but I guess it makes sense to have a digital copy as well. So do you know what memento mori means? Out of curiosity? I'm going to guess yes, but just in case. It's possible I brought this up before because I have it on a coin. See? It says memento mori. And then over here we have the hourglass. Wait, so where are you getting tricks done? You did hear me, yes?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Where are you getting tricks done?
I said I'm not sure.
Oh, that I didn't hear. Yeah, so anybody else that's kind of curious, like how that even came up, we have a tradition on our getaway. If we go to Thailand, we get ink. It's we can count the number of times we've been to Thailand because for whatever reason, every time we did it. The first time, it was sort of like it was sort of kind of deliberate, like we knew what we were after. We have the tattoos. Mandy's says Mandy, and mine says Kevin. But when you flip them upside down, it's the other one's name. So I look down, I see Mandy. She looks down, she sees Kevin. So that was our first ones. And we were like, wow, yeah, that was such a cool idea. When we went back, we were like, let's do it again. And yeah, that's kind of been a running theme with us. So we've got several that match, some that don't. We've got tattoos for um, uh, Final Space. We've got elephants. She's got a chili patty. Got some Doctor Who stuff. I have kind of wanted to go back to see the guy that gave us the elephant tattoos because that guy makes some of the most ridiculously awesome mandalas work. I don't, maybe like on the back here, but some of his stuff, man. She's still around. She's still doing stuff. She did the D and the flowers. Yeah, she's still around. I'll probably see her Thursday while I get my nails done before we head out. She's pretty awesome, except for she's discovered that I'm ticklish and now likes to do the little onto the soles of my feet, which basically makes me leap out of my chair. And yeah, she thinks that's pretty funny. And that one right there encourages it.
Of course I do.
Mind you, I was going to try to have her do a tat for me, but she said that doing those kinds were too difficult. I'm really interested in getting a tattoo of a ruler, just a little something going up my arm where I could measure bracelets and things like really easily, like always have a ruler with me. But she says that doing a really straight line is super difficult. Yeah, yeah, agreed. Wait, is this Dio? So I heard a song playing, thought sounds like Rodney James Dio kind of thing. The band is Rainbow, and I was like, oh, kind of forgot about them. Oh, so there was one more picture. Hang on. So that's my friend Pat, who's holding my sister's dog, who the dog kind of adopted me mostly. Um, and that is me testing a game that we just put onto the computer there. That is a Commodore 128. And the little thing down here at the bottom holds the discs, and the other thing over to the side is like a disc, like the big floppy, big disc things. But yeah, that was in my sister's house way back when. I was really big into making games and doing stuff like that. At some point here, we're going to have to figure out how we fold this before closing it. Like if there's like a optimal side where it looks the best. I mean, personally, I like all of it. I think all of it's pretty amazing, but at some point, that is an executive decision that has to happen. Whoa! Almost lost the thing through the middle. It almost slid right up. So we're almost all the way around. We're to the oranges, and then there's just the a little bit of red to do. So time-wise, we're like a lot faster than we were last week. Again, last week we had a new guy around here asking questions. I was searching out bags and talking about the differences and some of the structures and different things. I'm sure that kind of took up a bit of time. Not complaining though. I definitely like when new people come along and they're curious and they have, questions. It's kind of nice. I was kind of hoping he was going to come around today because after the live stream last time, we got to talking, Mandy and I, and one of the other things about the style of bags that he was talking about, where you do the Mandela base, one of the other gripes is it leaves a bunch of holes in the bottom of the bag. And so if you have small things, you know, they could fall out. And like, that's not cool. Like, my bags are seriously, formed fabric that close up really, really well. So, yeah. And I know that we talked a little bit about the whole, like, being able to close off a bag and have it sealed up to where you don't see any of the loose strings or whatever. Um, but on this particular bag, I was thinking that I like the idea of the tassels just because there's going to be such a mix of colors for one. And um, I don't know, I just somehow feel like this bag, well, that and the fact that the bottom of the bag is going to be the jagged thing. Unless I was to do it half and go flat, um, I probably wouldn't want to put the knots on the inside. So, like, if you picture this is where I brought it to a nice flat. This was kind of brought to points, although for some odd reason it kind of puckers in at the ends of the tips. But yeah. She's going to get you. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do. It's like such a distinct guitar. Yeah, right. You got my head on tight. Well, I'm gonna lose out this time. Tie your mother down. Tie your mother down. Tie your mother down. Give me all your love tonight. I saw something pop up on the screen. I'm like, oh, somebody's saying something. Nope, it's the bot. Like how small? Oh, just some stitches. Okay. Go. What? Say life's taking you nowhere. Yeah. This boy, That's not so bad. Touch you in the golden years. Golden years. Go. Wop, wop. With the shadows, from the shadows, run the years. Got on stage and I'm ready to play. We will game alive. Working on that, everybody's waiting, getting crazy, anticipating music. Play, play, play. Almost around this thing. So yeah, I have a bunch of string left that was prepared in case I was going to run out of the colors on for this one. So yeah, there's going to be some bracelets made that will be kind of out of these colors. So yeah, there's going to be some really cool stuff coming up soon. This is another great one. There's like spacey noises going between my ears. I figured maybe if I put my ear next to the thing, you could maybe hear it. No, not really. Yeah, I was really big on this kind of stuff growing up. The really spacey, freaked out kind of chirpy stuff. Dun, 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 dun. It's all been instrumental so far. Like the lyrics are still yet to come. It's Rush, by the way. We shall inherit the I don't know if you guys are big Rush fans. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but first off, I really do like them. And secondly, if you ever like watch a lot of their really old videos, apparently they did a lot of recording at what I'm assuming must be one of their homes up in Canada, and you would see like outside it's just coming down crazy amounts of snow and they're just inside making music, having fun. Like there's like a number of videos at this place wherever it is, and they genuinely always appeared to be having a lot of fun. And yeah, pretty crazy stuff. The depth of the music, considering there's just three guys, is what always used to just blow me away. Like some bands have 5, 6 people playing different instruments, just three of them. Like it just doesn't make sense how you get so much. Way cool. I guess one of the biggest complaints is not everybody likes Geddy Lee's voice. I kind of marvel at the fact that the dude can sing so freaking high. I just realized we should get you a sticker to put under the bottom of your cup. So when you take the drinks, it's like, you know, says something funny, or, the not myself stickers or something from the merch store. Wow. So not only did we get the 2 rows completely done in less than the 3 hours, the last week I had a little bit of a head start of a few blocks that I didn't have this week. This is why I was kind of nervous about it. But look at that. We did it all the way around. It's like I was saying, we have to figure out like where this thing gets folded. An AMO string? I don't know what an AMO string is. What? Yeah, it's so fun. I can't wait. So next week we just add a little bit more. Let me just show you how big this is compared to the phone. Right, so it's almost there right now. I just want one more square just to kind of help assure that the phone will fit. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, I think I remember which one you're talking about. Yes. Anyways, so yeah, there's my phone compared to it. Again, I don't know the person who's getting it, how big their phone is. So just one more just to kind of make sure I have the string for it is already all made up. It basically contains all of the colors and a little bit of black. So that's going to look really cool with it. That's really exciting. So I think that's it for tonight, guys. I get to call it a break just 10 minutes early. Woohoo! All right. Hang on. Before we go, though, I want to thank my Patreon supporters as well as my YouTube members for making all this possible. I really can't do it without you guys. Just even helping to buy the string. The monetization is surprisingly a lot less than you might imagine. In fact, in the couple of weeks that I've been monetized, I think I've made about $2.50. So, yeah, it's really the other contributions that help make this channel work. So thank you guys very, very much for that. We will be back next week to finish this. And
Go
then
in the ad now.
what?
In the middle of your credits. And it's back.
Oh, I was like, I thought I had done something. You really confused me.
I said it's through in an ad
I didn't
in the middle
understand.
of your credits.
Oh, where? Damn it. Anyways, so yeah, thanks everybody. Back next week we'll finish this one, and then we'll be going away for a little while, and we'll figure out when I'll be back next week. I'll explain all of that schedule. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. So yeah, don't get your strings in a bunch.